So I picked up this magazine the other day. It's a Webster Directory community guide, and it had a little article in here about the 4 Mile Creek Preserve, and it mentioned the cars that remain in here. So we're going to go in search of these. Now, I was here about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and did a video on these cars. But we're going to go back through and take a look at them again now in 2022. And it's late fall, almost December. It's a clear day, so there's no trees, no leaves on the trees. We should be able to see very good. So let's hit the road here and hit the trail and see what we can find again. And this is the list that they gave of the cars that are throughout this park. 51 Chevy, 61 Ford, got that one wrong. I think it was a 1959 Nash Rambler and a 1959 Chevy. There's a 49 Nash Airflight and 54 Plymouth Belvedere Suburban. Let's see if we can find these. Leaving the parking lot, heading off down the trail. I'll let you know when we find something interesting. Let you know when we find something interesting or our first car. The scouts have done a great job building bridges throughout this park. We're going to follow the blue trail. Still following this blue trail. We should be coming to our first car pretty soon. So we are still on the blue loop, and I'm pretty sure now we got to get on the red loop down this way before we encounter our first car. There's a nice bridge on the red trail. Yeah, now we got to go up the stairs on our left. We're looking down at the junction of Salt Creek and 4 Mile Creek. And there's And there's 4 Mile Creek down the hill on our left. Still following the red trail. We've come to this split here on the red trail. We're going to follow that dashed line down through. I believe our first car is located down there. And I do believe this may have been a road through here at one time, because there's a pretty significant concrete bridge over the 4 Mile Creek just up ahead. And here we go with our first car, the 51 Chevy. Kind of wrapped around a tree, or the tree grew in after the car was sitting here. And we got the part of the trunk right over here. The skeleton of the trunk is still on the car. No engine, long gone. There's one of the doors, driver's door, vent window, crank up windows. There's the old steering wheel. Last time I was here a few years ago, I found the horn section laying in the weeds, and I do have that at home. I'll show you a picture of that right now. Roof was pretty well rotted through. This might be the starter button. Anyway, this is our 51 Chevy Styleline Deluxe Bel Air. Let's walk down here a little bit, take a look at this bridge. Oh yeah, that's much bigger than say a farmer's bridge over the creek. And the main road, Lake Road, is right up there. So this was probably a small road that came off of that. On top of the bridge here, 4 Mile Creek underneath. So that's the road that would have come off of Lake Road right down through here. Back to the Chevy. They say back in the day, the guys used to come out here and drag race in this area. So there must have been roads through here. That's before it was ever a park. And that could be the reason for the remains of these old cars. They were just abandoned out here. Next in line here is our 61 Ford Galaxy Club Victoria. Pretty well buried. Hard to see much of this one. The whole front end is gone. See if we can get around the backside a little bit. Too many briars. Let's see if I can get a shot of that rear tail light. Not very well. Let's see if I can zoom in on that tail light. And fin. That's your 61 Ford tail light. Okay, back on the trail. Let's see if we can find the next car. Still walking down this red trail. And this looks like it would have been the road that continued from where we saw the Chevy. So right here along the red trail, we found our next car. This would be the 59 Rambler. It's upside down. You can make out the tail light here a little good. Red with a white trim. Perched right over the 4 Mile Creek here. Yep, the third of our 6 cars, the 59 Rambler, still got an engine in it. It must have been shoved over the bank, ended up against this tree. There is remains of a blue car down there. There's a steering wheel sticking up, and I remember there was a dashboard, but no idea what that car was. It's not one on our list. And down below from where the Rambler was, there's another carcass. This was all filled with water, swampland, last time I was here. There may be 1 or 2 cars down there. We're going to go down that way and check them out. They're not on our list, but these are extras. Everything's sunk in the mud. Front wheels are sitting kind of high. Not sure what it is yet. See if we can find anything to identify what kind of car this is. This rear tail light shape looks like a Rambler. I see some more metal right over here. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's another car frame and a door. Wow. Not much to identify on this one. Like I said, these were setting in water for a long time. So they're pretty much completely rotted away. Just a few scrap remains. I don't see anything to identify this. See the frame sticking up back there with the coil spring. That's the front end. So this would be the rear end back here. I'll let you know if I see any markings that might identify this one. The only thing I found here was some side trim, and this is a front fender. That's the wheel well. It's setting upside down right now. I don't know if we can identify what that side molding is. Looks like there was a strip of some sort just on the top of it. I made my way around front. This is the front bumper upside down. And if I look over into there, there's a grill of some sort. I don't know if we can ID it from that. Anyway, that was a couple of extra cars that were not on our list. So it was kind of fun to check those out, see if we could ID what they are. Anyway, back on the trail, we got 3 other cars on the list. Came across a dump site here. There's a lot of metal bottles. Gonna take a quick look at it. Can't really find a good way down there without crawling, but there's an old mirror. I found a Ball Ideal Mason jug and a milk bottle. I got down here a little farther. Looks like somebody's been digging here. There's an old horse collar. Found this strange item. Looks like it might have been like a rock tumbler. I got down where the old mirror is. Can't see much in there. Well, most of the stuff in here is not too ancient, so we'll head back out of here. 4 Mile Creek down below. I'm going to say goodbye to 4 Mile Creek because the trail is turning to the south. Anyway, back on this red trail. We're running into some real mushy ground here. We're at the far east side of the park. We entered at the west. We're about a mile and a half to the other side. At some point it'll start curving back to the west and we should find a couple more cars. The red trail turned into the yellow trail here. And we are headed back in the westerly direction. Hopefully we come across a couple more cars. I think we found our next one. This is the 59 Chevy Bel Air. It's the no fun zone. 59 Chevy. Last time I was here, the dashboard was still in there. Somebody's ripped all that out of there. Maybe they needed some parts. '59 Chevy fins. There you have it, the 59 Chevy. We've come back to the red trail. We're going to take it a little bit south, and then I think it heads west. Well, I thought the 49 Nash air flight was fairly close to the 59 Chevy, but I did not see it. So I'm still circling around on this red trail, hoping that we can find that Nash. I'll turn you back on if I see it. I think we found it. Get out of the glare of the sun here. Here's the Nash air flight. '49 Nash. Somebody's plunk some new grill work right here. There's the old Nash front end. Completely rotted out roof. There's the steering column with the famous bucket attached, and that bucket would have been the speedometer and gauges. And it's a little farther gone than the last time I was here. There's the front fender well with no cutout. The hood was open last time. There's an engine in there. So, the 49 Nash. There's a couple more cars close by, so we're going to take a look at those before we head out. right over here. There's some metal scraps. And I saw this one the last time and found some telltale signs that I don't see right now. But I believe I identified this as a 55 Ford. There was a couple of grill pieces that gave it away. I don't see those anymore. There's the old frame. Now, just a little ways away is another pile of stuff. Let's check that out. So the 55 Ford, not on our list. That's an extra. What we have left is the Plymouth Belvedere. Just a side note, this little map shows what used to be a road. This is where the 51 Chevy was. The red trail was a road, and the road came out through here, and we are right here. So yes, this was a road through here at one time. Now we're going to make our way back the red trail, the blue trail, back to the parking lot. But first we got to check out the Plymouth Belvedere right over here. In my original video 5 years ago, I thought maybe we had a Chevy here. But it is truly, and there's the giveaway taillight, 54 Plymouth Belvedere Suburban, and here's the tailgate and the hinges. We got a well for the spare tire. The rest of the body parts are up in here. Here's another taillight. We got a door with an armrest. We got I believe a front bumper and some grill work here. And there's the motor. Another door over here. Some more body parts. There it is, your 54 Plymouth Belvedere. And now it's time to hit the road and get out of here. Hope you enjoyed this video. The Nash, 49 Nash, the Plymouth Belvedere are all alongside the old road right here. Old abandoned road. We're going to follow that partially on our way back. Along the old road I found this hood. Looks like it was probably off a truck. And it looks like it said Bucko or Bucky. We took a longer route of the red trail getting back, so we're not quite there yet, just taking a water break right here. The scouts built a nice bench and table overlooking the 4 Mile Creek. Almost back. One more bridge to cross up the hill, and there's the parking lot. And so we've completed our list and found a few extras along the way.